This is a very interesting piece. You could ponder this for quite a while.
I'd say so. This is brought to us by Carol Ramsey. She is one of our very creative sculptors who does her work at the VVAA Pottery Studio. She brings us this little figure that's based on a poem called Atoms by Mike Hughes. And yeah, that leaves it open to a lot of interpretation.
It really does. It's very interesting, and I asked you earlier what material it was made of, and you were saying wax.
It's a wax material. Very good for sculpting.
Yeah.
Very good for sculpting.
A lot of detail.
Yes. Now these entries in our competition point out the fact that we don't just exhibit wall art here, paintings and such. This competition is open to every form of artwork, although we are kind of short on the alternative entries this year, but we do have 3 beautiful entries here.
And I'll tell you, this is breathtaking.
That is a really good adjective for this gourd by Jana Ward. And this is gourd work. It's carved, it has inset stone, it has beautiful decor, painting. Jana is just one of the ultimate when it comes to gourd work, and we are so glad to have her back at the gallery. She took her inspiration for her work named Spirit Shadow from a poem by Marilyn Ball named Ghost Rider. Now these two teamed up a couple of years ago, and I believe at that point Jana had done some lovely silver jewelry to one of Marilyn's poems. So diversity really shows its face here in the gallery during the Artists and Poets competition.
Because this portion of the gourd right in the very center, it looks so much like it is actual wood, and it's not. It's a gourd.
This is a gourd that was grown in a garden and has been very carefully prepared, and then the artwork begins.
Yeah.
Because this almost looks like a wood carving. We have a very nice thick gourd in this case, so it lends itself to the capability of taking a lot of different types of artwork. And look at the inlaid stones here that Jana uses.
See, my biggest problem would just be getting the gourd to grow.
Yes, yes.
Let alone anything else. Just getting the gourd to grow would be tough.
There are people who raise gourds, particularly for artists.
Yeah.
And thank goodness they do.
Yeah. This is a darling little piece.
Is this a sweetie? My goodness.
And this is all real leather.
It is. This little saddle is tooled leather. It's done by Mark Bradshaw. And Mark does some really great leather work. And his inspiration is just the cutest poem by Lee Kimberlin, who always has a funny little twist to his stories. In this case, Lee has written about a saddle that he gave his daughter when she was very young. And then when she grows up, he says, well, why don't we just get rid of that saddle? And she says, sure, Dad, I'll sell it back to you. So there he goes, buying it twice for his daughter.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute.
It is cute. Just a lovely entry and a lot of very, very fine work here, and some really good humor by Lee Kimberlin.
Yeah.